Now, an Emeritus Newsbrief, I'm Lynn Houston. More red ink from the latest report at the Congressional Budget Office. In fact, a projection for a record budget deficit. The CBO says the projected budget deficit will increase to $407 billion this fiscal year. That's up from $161 billion only last year. The estimate could change significantly depending on the aid package for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. A settlement finally for the stockholders who lost nearly everything in the crash of Enron. A federal court has just approved a $7.2 billion settlement. Attorneys for the stockholders get $688 million for their unpaid work. More on the Emeritus News financial page. And finally, a commentary. As the economy has been sliding, so have the sincere efforts of companies involved in product recalls. For example, let's take this announcement today from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It's actually a repeat of a recall back in June. It involves 5 million unrepaired Fords and Lincoln Mercurys that have the potential to catch fire. The NHTSA release says that a speed control switch could lead to a fire at any time. The problem is that of the 12 million cars that are covered by the recall, 5 million are still yet to be repaired, which means it's safe to assume that some car owners still don't know about the recall. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the reasons why millions of car owners may not be aware that their particular auto or truck has a problem. Taking a look at the Ford Motor Company homepage, there's no readily apparent area as to where a recall is. Down here in an area that says in the news, Ford Focus outperforms competition, nothing about a recall. So let's type in recall and search the site. Eventually we come up with this notice from June 26th of 2008, which is the date of the original recall. Nothing about a September 8th announcement. A person is just left to assume that this is the announcement they're talking about. And it's entitled Update Voluntary Recall Involving Speed Control Deactivation System. But Ford claims it's a recall of 9.6 million vehicles. The announcement by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it was 12 million vehicles that were involved. Okay, so basically what Ford has done, at least through its actions, is take an important announcement and make it a not so important announcement. The announcement should have come from both the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Ford and quickly be seen on both websites. And Ford's not the only one that has a problem with this. Last week, a recall of Sony's laptop called Vaio. It was confusing to figure out just how many units were involved because of conflicting information depending on where you might have heard or read about it. The Associated Press story, which was circulated to newspapers and broadcast outlets throughout the world, talked about 440,000 Vaio units affected by the recall. But the news release circulated by the Consumer Product Safety Commission cited only 73,000 units. So, which was it? Well, let's go to the Sony site. Amid all the glitz, again, no indication as to where this recall information might be. Oh, wait a minute, just below Jessica Simpson, at the very bottom of the homepage, something about a battery replacement program. But it's a program that was from an announcement made in October of 2006. That's not it. Let's go to the service and support segment and let's see. Do we want drivers and software, product support, repair? Let's go to product support. Ah, there it is. All about the notification of the Sony Vaio TZ series and the battery overheating problem. Finally. But what about the difference in the number of units cited by Associated Press, which was saying 440,000 Vaio laptops were being recalled, and the announcement from the Consumer Product Safety Commission claiming there were only 73,000 units being recalled? Well, a Sony representative called me, sounding as if he were stuck in a car wash, saying that the 440,000 figure was a worldwide figure, and that the 73,000 was only a figure for the United States. But the Consumer Product Safety Commission release didn't indicate that. So again, consumers were left to guess as to what the real number was, unless, of course, they read my story. So it comes down to this. If I, as a consumer, understand that there might be a problem or is a problem with something I bought, I should be able to go right to that company's website and instantly access the information I need. That's an Emeritus Newsbrief and a comment. I'm Lynn Houston. This is interesting. At the very bottom of the page, just under Jessica Simpson, is something about a battery replacement program. However, when we click on it, this is regarding an announcement back in October of 2006. No, that's not it. It involves 5 million unrepaired Fords and Lincoln Mercurys that have the potential to catch fire.